The Atlantic Ocean stretches endlessly toward the horizon, its turquoise waters holding secrets that have captivated humanity for generations. Beneath this tranquil surface lies one of the world's most enduring mysteries. Gentle waves catch the golden light of dusk. A compass spins erratically without direction. In these waters, the instruments we trust most have been known to fail. Research vessels continue to probe these enigmatic waters, searching for answers that have eluded investigators for nearly a century. As we descend into the abyss, sunlight gradually fades to complete darkness. The ocean floor holds evidence of tragedies unexplained. The Bermuda Triangle, a region marked on maps, circled in countless investigations, where the impossible seems to occur. From Miami's shores to the open Atlantic, this boundary between civilization and mystery has drawn explorers and scientists alike. Storm clouds gather with unusual speed over these waters. Weather patterns here challenge our understanding of atmospheric science. Those who have sailed these waters carry their experiences in weathered hands. Their stories form the foundation of legend. From below, the world above becomes merely a silhouette. Ships pass overhead, unaware of what lies beneath. At night, visibility drops to nothing. Ship spotlights pierce the fog, revealing only more questions ahead. Radio equipment crackles with strange interference. In the 1940s, these sounds were the last connection to the lost. Where land meets sea along this coastline, the triangle's boundaries become real. Thousands of square miles await beyond. Waves crash against ancient rocks with tremendous force. The ocean here is both beautiful and utterly unforgiving. Modern science has brought new tools to this old mystery. Researchers examine holographic maps, searching for patterns. Bubbles rise through the darkness like escaping souls. Each one catches the light before vanishing above. The horizon stretches unbroken in every direction. In this emptiness, pilots have reported losing all sense of position. Abandoned docks tell silent stories. Equipment left behind, vessels that never returned, mysteries never solved. On the ocean floor, a compass rests in sand. Barnacles have claimed it now, but once it guided sailors. December 1945, a logbook records the final entries of Flight 19, the incident that created the legend. From a single water molecule to the vast Atlantic, the scale of this mystery spans the microscopic to planetary. Rain streaks across porthole windows as lightning illuminates the darkness. Inside these vessels, crews witness unexplained phenomena. From the International Space Station, the Bermuda Triangle appears deceptively peaceful. Swirling clouds mask the mysteries below. Sonar equipment reveals the ocean floor's true topography. Deep canyons create an underwater landscape unlike anywhere else. Seabirds glide effortlessly over the waves, untroubled by legends. Nature continues its rhythms despite human fear. Fort Lauderdale Naval Air Station, December 5, 1945. 5 torpedo bombers prepared for routine training. On the flight board, chalk marked the names of 14 men. Lieutenant Taylor would lead what should have been simple navigation. Inside the cockpit of the lead Avenger, instruments glowed with amber light. Every dial appeared normal as engines roared. 5 aircraft lifted into formation, silhouettes cutting across the afternoon sky. They carried experienced crews on a familiar mission. Below the aircraft, the Florida coastline provided easy navigation reference. The pilots knew these waters intimately, but something was about to go terribly wrong. The radio operator's expression shifted as unusual transmissions began. Back at base, communications officers listened intently. The voices spoke of confusion, disorientation, and growing concern. Inside the lead aircraft, the compass began to malfunction. The needle spun erratically, rendering navigation impossible. The formation continued over open water as the sun descended. The ocean below offered no landmarks whatsoever. From the rear gunner's position, other aircraft remained visible, but their coordinated pattern would soon break apart. Lieutenant Taylor's face showed confusion as he checked his compass against the sun. Nothing made sense anymore. The endless ocean stretched in every direction. No land visible, no ships, only water, and the realization they were lost. Fuel gauges dropped steadily. Altimeters fluctuated without cause.
The radio crackled with impossible interference. Clouds developed rapidly on the horizon, transforming clear sky into an approaching wall of darkness. Frantic hands adjusted radio frequencies, searching for any signal that could provide direction home.
Through the cockpit windows, the formation began to separate. Aircraft drifted apart as pilots struggled for correct heading. Both pilot and co-pilot studied instruments with growing alarm. Every reading seemed wrong. Every calculation contradicted. A single bead of sweat formed on the flight leader's temple. In that droplet, the tension became visible. One aircraft broke from formation entirely, descending toward darkening water in a desperate search for landmarks. The fuel warning light glowed red. Time was running out for Flight 19, and help was impossibly far. From above, the scattered aircraft appeared as tiny specks against vast gray ocean. The desperation became painfully clear. Twilight descended upon the cockpit. Instrument lights grew brighter as the world outside faded to purple. The sun sank below the horizon, taking with it the last hope of visual navigation. Stars began appearing. One final radio transmission. The flight leader's thumb pressed the transmit button, sending words that would become legend. And then, silence. The 5 aircraft of Flight 19 vanished from radar, never to be seen again. At the base, searchlights swept empty skies. Rescue operations began immediately, but the ocean revealed nothing. Radio operators strained to hear any signal through the static. The speakers produced only silence and crackle. The radio fell quiet. Whatever fate befell Flight 19 had taken 14 men beyond any rescue. Dawn revealed 5 empty spaces on the tarmac. The aircraft that should have returned sat as ghosts. The search operation became the largest in naval history. Ships and aircraft spread across thousands of square miles. Exhausted coordinators studied charts and reports. Days passed with no wreckage found, no survivors discovered. A PBM Mariner flying boat joined the search, carrying 13 men determined to find their missing comrades. Inside the Mariner, crew members scanned the ocean surface through every window. Miles of empty water passed beneath. But the search aircraft itself would become part of the mystery. The Mariner and 13 crew also vanished. A fireball erupted on the ocean surface, witnessed by distant ships. 27 men were now lost. As the sun set on the search operation, the ocean kept its secrets. What happened remains unknown. Headlines declared the tragedy. 27 men lost in what newspapers would call the Bermuda Triangle. In homes across America, families received devastating news. Wives and children left with questions never answered. Photographs became the only remaining connection. Black and white portraits of men who flew into mystery. Memorial services honored the lost with military precision. Empty chairs faced folded flags in ceremony of absence. From the memorial grounds, the ocean stretched toward the horizon. The water that claimed them lay calm. A brass plaque was unveiled, bearing the names of Flight 19. Their memory would be preserved. Modern maps now marked the triangle with the flight path of those lost. The legend had officially begun. Decades passed. The memorial plaque weathered and aged, but the questions remained as fresh as ever. Veterans who knew the lost airmen still carry their photographs. Memory preserves what the ocean consumed. In aviation museums, restored Avengers hang from ceilings. Visitors walk beneath them, imagining those final hours. The logbook of Flight 19 now rests behind protective glass. Its pages hold the last written words. In preservation hangars, mechanics maintain aircraft identical to those lost. Understanding the machines helps investigators. The descent begins. Sunlight penetrates the surface, illuminating a world few humans ever witnessed directly. A diver's face appears through the mask, bubbles rising past the glass. Modern explorers continue the search. Anchor chains lead downward into darkness, their links encrusted with decades of marine growth below. And then, emerging from the blue gloom, a shape appears. The wreck of a vessel, transformed by time.
Divers approach the hull, their movements slow and deliberate. Barnacles and coral have claimed what once sailed. The ship's nameplate remains partially visible beneath layers of growth. Each letter hints at a story. The wheel still stands at its post, though the hands that once gripped it are long gone. Inside the wreck, flashlight beams cut through the darkness. What they reveal has remained hidden for decades. The deck has become a reef, hosting countless species of marine life. Death has given way to new existence. Through encrusted portholes, darkness waits within. The interior of these wrecks holds secrets the ocean guards. Divers navigate narrow passageways, silt rising with each movement. The claustrophobic spaces demand careful exploration. A telegraph machine stands frozen at its last position, now decorated with soft corals. Its final message, never received.
From a distance, the full scale of the wreck becomes apparent. Sharks patrol its perimeter like guardians. A school of barracuda passes in perfect formation, their silver bodies catching the filtered light. Navigation equipment lies scattered across the deck, brass instruments that failed their operators at the critical moment. The cargo hold reveals its contents to modern explorers. Crates and barrels tell stories of interrupted commerce. A moray eel emerges from its hiding place within the hull. Life has found shelter in human tragedy. The underwater graveyard extends across the ocean floor. Multiple wrecks lie scattered, each one another mystery. A ship's bell emerges from the sand, its inscription still legible after decades beneath the waves. The figurehead stares forward with empty eyes, her wooden features softened by time and marine organisms. The captain's cabin lies in ruins, furniture collapsed, but personal items remain. A frozen moment from someone's final voyage. Navigation instruments have fused with the reef, brass sextants now serving as homes for tiny fish. The debris field tells its own story. The pattern of scattered artifacts suggests the violence that ended this journey. Along the railings, marine life has established colonies. Mussels and barnacles mark the boundary between past and present. Scientists collect samples carefully, each fragment of coral containing potential answers to decades-old questions. Looking up from the wreck, the surface shimmers with light. The world above seems impossibly distant. Massive engines rest in the darkness, their chambers now home to creatures that have never seen sunlight. A diving helmet from an earlier era lies abandoned on the bottom. Previous searchers also left their mark. The underwater terrain drops away into canyons of impossible depth. The wrecks represent only what lies within reach. A lionfish displays its venomous beauty, a reminder that this environment remains as dangerous as mysterious. Mechanical systems that once powered vessels now serve as artificial reef structures, their original purpose forgotten. Multiple levels of the wreck remain explorable, each deck revealing different aspects of the vessel's final voyage. A ship's chronometer emerges from the sediment, its precision mechanism long silent, but its story waiting. Modern submersibles approach the deeper wrecks, bringing technology to depths that human divers cannot safely reach. Through thick viewport windows, researchers observe what robots cannot fully capture. Human eyes notice details machines miss. Mechanical arms extend to collect artifacts, bringing pieces of the mystery to the surface for analysis. The camera pulls back to reveal the vast scale of the ocean floor. These wrecks represent only a fraction below. Time-lapse imagery shows how quickly nature reclaims human creations. Decades of growth compress into moments. A diver pauses to absorb what they've witnessed. In their eyes, the weight of the mystery is reflected. The ascent begins. Leaving the wrecks behind, divers carry their observations toward the surface and laboratories above. In decompression chambers, divers process what they've seen. The transition from underwater world to surface takes time. Recovered artifacts undergo careful documentation. Each object might hold clues to understanding what happened below. The research vessel heads toward port as the sun sets. Another expedition complete, but the mystery endures. Near volcanic vents, life thrives in conditions that would kill most organisms. The ocean floor holds surprises. Tube worms and extremophiles cluster around thermal vents. Life exists here against all reasonable expectation. The submersible's lights illuminate canyon walls as it descends into the abyss. The scale defies comprehension. Storm systems develop over the Atlantic with startling speed. Weather in the triangle exhibits puzzling patterns. Satellite imagery tracks the development of severe weather. Modern technology provides views previous generations never imagined. Scientists analyze weather data in real time, searching for patterns that might explain the triangle's reputation. Rogue waves build to terrifying heights in open ocean. These walls of water can appear without warning. From a ship's deck, the approaching wave represents nature's overwhelming power. Crews have seconds to react. Beneath the chaos, the underwater world experiences the storm differently. Turbulence at the surface creates confusion below. Wind measurement instruments spin at maximum velocity. Hurricanes passing through generate some of the most extreme readings. Waterspouts connect sea and sky in spiraling columns of power. These phenomena occur with unusual frequency here. Multiple waterspouts can form simultaneously, creating a gauntlet of danger for any vessel caught between them.
Inside vessels caught in storms, crews battle for survival. Equipment fails, water breaches barriers, the ocean shows no mercy. Compass needles spin during magnetic anomalies. Electronic systems fail simultaneously, leaving crews without navigation. Beneath the ocean floor, methane hydrate deposits hold potential explanations. These frozen gas formations can release catastrophically. Massive columns of methane bubbles rise from seafloor ruptures. The physics of such releases could explain sudden disappearances. When methane saturates the water, buoyancy fails. Ships can sink in moments as the water cannot support them. Laboratory analysis of methane hydrates reveals their crystalline structure. Understanding these formations helps explain what might trigger release. Research vessels deploy sophisticated sensor networks across the triangle. Modern science requires massive data collection. In shipboard laboratories, researchers monitor seismic activity in real time. The ocean floor beneath is geologically active. Electromagnetic field detectors register anomalous readings. Some researchers believe natural magnetic variations affect navigation equipment. Vessels arranged in precise formations map the area's magnetic characteristics. The scientific method requires systematic investigation. Unusual rock formations on the seafloor contain high concentrations of magnetic minerals. These natural deposits could create compass interference. Ocean current visualization reveals the complexity of water movement through the triangle. The Gulf Stream creates unique conditions. Atmospheric data overlays show the interaction between air and water. Weather systems here behave according to unique parameters. Lightning strikes the ocean with tremendous energy. Electrical storms in the triangle generate more strikes per square mile. St. Elmo's fire dances across ship masts during electrical storms. Sailors have reported these phenomena for centuries. Faraday cage demonstrations show how electrical interference could affect sensitive equipment. Modern vessels have better protection. Statistical analysis maps the concentration of incidents. When examined carefully, the triangle may not have significantly more disappearances. Oceanographers explain water density layers and their effects on vessels. Internal waves create invisible hazards beneath the surface. Laboratory demonstrations show how different density layers interact. Ships and aircraft can encounter unexpected forces. Thermocline layers create visible distortions in the water. Temperature differences affect everything from buoyancy to sound propagation. Barometric pressure changes can occur rapidly in the triangle. Sudden weather shifts have surprised crews throughout history. Time-lapse imagery compresses weather pattern changes. What appears sudden actually follows predictable physical processes. Modern aircraft transit the triangle routinely. Contemporary navigation systems eliminate many of the dangers that plagued earlier travelers. In modern cockpits, GPS displays show precise position information. Pilots no longer depend on compasses that might fail. Satellite navigation constellations orbit Earth continuously. Technology has transformed the triangle from nightmare into routine transit zone. Research vessels deploy comprehensive instrument arrays. Understanding the triangle requires measuring everything from magnetic fields to water chemistry. Three-dimensional sonar mapping reveals ocean floor topography in unprecedented detail. Underwater canyons create a complex landscape. Sediment core samples contain geological history. Each layer tells part of the story of the triangle's past. Autonomous underwater vehicles scan wreck sites with precision sensors. Robotic explorers can survey areas too deep for humans. Bioluminescent plankton glow in water samples. The ocean holds countless mysteries beyond the disappearances. International research cooperation brings together scientists from multiple nations. Understanding the triangle requires global collaboration. Hurricane Hunter aircraft penetrate storm systems over the triangle. These crews gather data that helps predict future events. Inside these aircraft, turbulence tests both equipment and human endurance. The information gathered saves lives across the Atlantic. Wind shear visualization shows invisible dangers in the atmosphere. Aircraft can encounter sudden velocity changes without warning. The boundary between storm and calm creates dramatic lighting. Nature's power and beauty coexist in the triangle. Wave height monitoring provides real-time ocean condition data. Maritime safety depends on understanding surface conditions. From the International Space Station, astronauts photograph the region regularly. Orbital perspective reveals patterns invisible from the surface.
The multidisciplinary nature of triangle research brings together diverse expertise. No single explanation satisfies all observations. Computer simulations model complex ocean-atmosphere interactions. Understanding the triangle requires sophisticated computational analysis. Despite decades of scientific investigation, the triangle retains an air of mystery. Some questions may never be answered. A scientist contemplates the ocean at sunset. Even with all our knowledge, the sea keeps secrets. Sunrise illuminates the triangle with golden light. A new day begins over waters that have witnessed tragedy and wonder. A compass floats on calm water, needle pointing true. Navigation is possible here. The mystery lies in our understanding. A solitary sailboat crosses the triangle. Countless vessels make this journey safely every single day. Sailors who have spent their lives on these waters understand both danger and beauty. Respect for the ocean guides every decision. Fingers trace historical routes on nautical charts. Each line represents a journey, each mark a story of human endeavor. Dolphins leap through triangle waters, unconcerned with human legends. Marine life thrives here as throughout the world's oceans. Looking up from beneath the surface, the world above shimmers with promise. Light penetrates the depths, connecting sky and seafloor. Monuments along the coastline honor those who were lost. Their memories persist even as the mystery remains unsolved. Names carved in stone preserve the identities of the missing. Each name represents a human life, a family, a story. Scientists close their laptops and look toward the ocean. Research continues, but definitive answers remain elusive. Research vessels return to harbor as expeditions conclude. Each voyage adds to our knowledge without completely solving the puzzle. Satellite imagery transitions to actual footage. Technology shows us the triangle, but cannot explain everything. Commercial flights pass overhead without incident. Modern aviation has made the triangle as safe as any airspace. Pilots monitor their instruments over triangle waters. Training and technology have replaced the fear that once accompanied this crossing. Colors shift across the ocean's surface as the sun moves. The triangle's beauty is undeniable, whatever mysteries it holds. A seabird rests on calm waters, grooming its feathers. Life continues its ancient patterns regardless of human concerns. Coral reefs flourish on old wrecks. The cycle of life and death, destruction and renewal continues beneath waves. Earth's curvature becomes visible as the perspective widens. The triangle is just one small part of a vast planetary system. A child plays with a toy airplane, unaware of old tragedies. Each generation approaches the mystery with fresh eyes. Families explore museum exhibits about Flight 19. History preserved becomes education for future generations. Couples walk along sunset beaches near triangle waters. For most, this region represents beauty and vacation, not danger. A message in a bottle washes ashore. The ocean carries objects and secrets across vast distances and spans of time. Day fades to night over the triangle. Stars emerge as they have for millions of years, indifferent to human questions. The Milky Way reflects in bioluminescent waters. Sky and sea mirror each other in this remote corner of the Atlantic. Telescopes point toward distant stars. Humanity's quest for understanding extends from the ocean depths to the cosmic void. Lighthouse keepers maintain their vigils. Beacons of safety continue to guide mariners through the darkness. The lighthouse beam sweeps across dark waters. Light pushes back the darkness but cannot eliminate mystery entirely. Ships' lights dot the nighttime ocean. Commerce and travel continue through the triangle around the clock. A ship's log closes on another successful voyage. Most journeys through the triangle end exactly as planned. Dawn breaks over the Atlantic. The cycle continues, each sunrise bringing new opportunities for discovery. Sunlight begins to penetrate the depths once more. What the darkness concealed, the light reveals, yet mysteries remain. The camera slowly retreats from the ocean's surface. Distance provides perspective, but not necessarily understanding. A droplet of water contains a world in miniature. In the smallest details, the patterns of the whole are reflected. The horizon line divides known from unknown. That boundary has drawn humanity forward throughout our entire history. The Bermuda Triangle remains what it has always been: an ocean, a mystery, a mirror for our deepest questions about the world we inhabit and the limits of what we can truly know.